Those of you who are not aware of it, today is Safer Internet Day. Today is all about promoting safer and more responsible use of online technology and mobile phones, especially amongst children and young people. The power of the web has been changing lives across the African continent, advancing technology and techniques of education, tertiary training, and the way we conduct business even. Now, joining us today for more on this is Fortune Mgwili-Sibanda, the Public Policy Manager for Google here in South Africa. Good morning.
Morning, Evan.
What is Safer Internet Day? I thought we've lost this battle already.
No, we haven't. Safer Internet Day is a growing global initiative which we use to highlight, as you said, the importance of being safe online. But the special thing about this day is that we're doing it with kids and we're getting them to do things themselves instead of talking down to them. So this day, if I may just give you a bit of background, it started in 2004 in Europe, and it has grown rapidly now to cover close to 120 countries around the world. So today we are joining the rest of the world to celebrate it.
And what are you guys at Google doing in practice to make the internet a little safer? How is this going to work other than having a beautiful campaign?
Okay, so first of all, you know, we always put our users first, and their privacy and security is very important to us. So what we do is that we've got many tools that we give to the users to empower them, to enable them to be able to tweak whatever settings they want on their accounts so that they can protect themselves. So here in South Africa, we actually launched a website which we call a Family Safety Center. Mm-hmm. It's a one-stop shop, really, where parents and caregivers and even children themselves can go to this website and check out how they can protect themselves online.
What would you say are the biggest threats to children and then to doing business right now on the internet?
I would say right now, user-generated content, especially when it comes to children, because the problem most of the time is that the young users are not able to judge, is this okay for me to put out online? Yeah. Because once you've put it out there, it's very difficult to take it off. Yes. And what we always say to them actually is that whatever you're doing, be it on social media or anywhere else on the web, think before you post, because when you post online, you're posting to the world. So I think the issue of user-generated content needs to be looked at.
And it's really an education process that needs to...
Yeah. So what we are doing, besides just this day, is that we do campaigns throughout the year with government and civil society and other private sector partners to carry out digital literacy programs to educate people about how to be safe online, because we think that's the important thing. Once people know how to take care of themselves there, they can enjoy the internet safely and responsibly.
The rise of the smartphone, has that made the internet less safe?
I wouldn't say so. I think at the end of the day, it's all about whatever rules you have online should also be applicable offline. Yeah. So, for example, if you are a parent, if you are going to give your daughter or your son who is 11 years old a smartphone, you're actually exposing them to all of these things. Yeah. If you are going to give them that, make sure that you supervise them, you supervise the way they're using these devices. Don't just give it to them and then look on the other side. Definitely, if you do that, then yes, you are exposing them to more risks. But if you do it responsibly, then I don't see any risk.
Do you need to know their passwords?
Well, it's a balancing act. I think the important thing is between parents and children is trust. Yeah. Okay. So the same way that you relate, if you leave home and you put a jar of sugar on top of the table and say, "Don't touch it," you should trust your child not to touch it.
Not to touch it,
okay?
Yes.
So it's really the same rules. If your child decides to touch the sugar, then it means it's a trust issue. It's got nothing to do with technology.
It's a relationship scenario, and you've still got to manage your online relationship as you manage your offline relationship, as you call it. Yeah. Just the significance of this cross-continental event that you guys are putting together. What do you hope to achieve with that?
Okay, so the most exciting thing for us this year, because we've been doing it for the past 3-4 years in South Africa now, But the most exciting thing is that we are actually linking up with 3 other African countries. We've got Senegal, we've got Nigeria, we've got Kenya that will be joining us via Google Hangouts so that the children can talk across each other, across the continent, to share ideas, to share lessons learned.
Yeah.
And I think that's very important for kids to know that other kids in other countries are going through the same things and they're also trying to resolve the same things.
Finally, quickly, you've got 30 seconds to give us one tip. If you had to give me one tip to be safe online, what would that tip be?
For you, I would say have a very strong password. Your birthday won't cut it because everyone knows it.
Yes.
So have a very strong password because that's where you start from protecting the information that's contained about you online. Protect your passwords, make sure they're very strong.
I've got the name of probably the most famous icon in South
As your
African
password,
history of
I'm
my
sorry.
password. So it's not gonna cut it. I'm gonna have to get a new one.
No.
Well, thank you. Thank you for helping me today because I thought that was it. You know, it was close to home for me, but unfortunately, so does every criminal would think something along those lines.
Sure.
Thank you for joining us. That's the public policy manager for Google in South Africa, Fortune Mgwili-Sibanda, joining us talking about Safer Internet Day today. Did you know that it is today? If you didn't, now you do. Let's have a quick look at